Guess who's back, my Deadites? It's your boy, Dead on Dave, and I am back. I have returned. And I am here to excite you, to ignite you, to electrify you. That's right. I am back. I am feeling a lot better. Been a week since my minor stroke, and I do feel an awful lot better. I still have some problems with words. And like my brain doesn't always feel like it's doing what I want it to do. Not all the time, at least. And I'm still kind of tired. But other than that, I'm feeling a lot better. And I'm glad to be able to return to the channel. And I got plenty of things to occupy my time because I have taken over Tommy C's channel as well. Shot from the point I'm doing in the crease every single day, Monday through Thursday. First episode up today. Proud of it. Good job. Had fun. Moving on. Let's catch up on everything that I have missed. And we're going to start back on Sunday. Your Payback pay-per-view. Now, I wrote a review because I promised I would not do a video on it at the time. And I didn't. So I wrote a review instead, and I put it on the Dead on Dave Productions website, which of course is, for some reason, facebook.com/this guy's take on it. And there's a good review there. It's written. It's nice and long if you like to read. I enjoyed writing it, and so make sure you check that out. And while you're there, go ahead and throw the frickin' Facebook page a like. Huh? Would ya? Would ya? Thank you very much. Now, as for the pay-per-view itself, I feel this was the best freaking show of the year. I was more entertained through top to bottom of this show than I have been all year. I said all season. Look, real simple. First two matches were absolutely balls to the wall amazing for different reasons, but really, really good. The Ryback-Bray Wyatt match, better than I originally thought when I first watched it, where I wasn't super high on it. But I actually kind of liked the match a little bit more now that I've gone back and rewatched it. Cena Rusev was Cena Rusev. And, you know, it was exactly what we thought it was going to be. And that was it. That's what it was. And we got it. It's over. It's done. The Divas match was perfectly decent. Nothing wrong with it at all. It sets up some stuff for the future, which is completely fine with me. We'll talk about the future of the Divas division a little bit later. Neville King Barrett was probably my most disappointing match of the evening, even though it wasn't a bad match at all. It was just their bad match, their worst match that they've had together, Neville and King Barrett. And then the Fatal 4-Way was absolutely amazing. I think it was the best match of the night. The ending was weak only because Seth hit a really weak pedigree, but he made up for that on Monday Night Raw with a much, much better looking pedigree. So, and now I got to give credit. I wish I can remember who it was. But somebody a while back wrote me on Twitter, wrote me in the comment sections like, do you think that Triple H is going to be passing down the pedigree to Seth Rollins? And I dismissed it. I didn't think that it was necessary. I didn't think it was possible because I thought the curb stop was a good finisher for him. Now, of course, things changed. The curb stomp is no longer available for Monsieur Rollins to use, at least currently. So we have to go ahead and look for another thing. And what better than the pedigree? I think the pedigree works well for him, and I have to say, I enjoy seeing him use it. He reminds me of Triple H quite a bit. So, that was the only problem I had with the match was the weak pedigree. But other than that, the show was absolutely great. The crowd got red hot at times. It was great. I gave it like an 8.25 out of 10. I really enjoyed it that much. I thought it was a great pay-per-view. And then Raw came on, and, we could have easily been disappointed. I thought Raw delivered. I thought Raw absolutely delivered. I was really impressed with the things they did on Raw. Of course, capitalized by the Kevin Owens, I guess shocking would be the right word, debut. Kevin Owens coming up now feels like completely out of left field. I don't think many people had him coming up this soon. In particular, leapfrogging Finn Balor. But really, when you think about it, it makes sense. Kevin Owens, I believe, is a more polished product. And I think also another thing about Owens and this knee injury might have given this indication to the WWE that it's a now or never thing. You gotta get him in there now. It's got to happen now. He's 33 years old or whatever he is. He's got knee problems. We got to get him in there now. So that's what they did, and I have no problems with that whatsoever. I thought it worked well. Going after Cena makes a lot of sense. Cena's looking stronger than he ever has before. Kevin Owens is probably the guy that they're not necessarily going to feed to Cena. For whatever reason, Rusev was. And we're going to see where they go with the whole Rusev-Lana situation, which it was another bright point of Raw, I felt. Even though it was a little weird, Lana just out of nowhere kissing Dolph Ziggler like that. I thought that was a little strange. I feel like there's something else going on here. But at the same time, I kind of dug it. Because for one, it's Dolph Ziggler, and he had that angle before. I stole the match and your girlfriend, so you can watch that. He can wear that shirt again, so that'd be kind of cool. Just seeing Lana smile and get out of her shell is kind of neat. And Crazy Rusev, what's better than Crazy Rusev? When he really goes apeshit, he just reminds me of Eugene. He looks like a muscled up Eugene. He really does. Goes apeshit, start flailing like a fucking mongoloid. It's great. I love it. I love seeing him do that shit. So, I mean, it's been a good run for the WWE and really for us as fans, because not only did we have a pay-per-view Payback that I think shocked people with how good it was. Even I thought it was going to be a throwaway pay-per-view. I didn't think it was going to be a great show, but it turned out to be an amazingly good show. Raw was really, really exciting. And then we come into a week that we know is going to be awesome because it's NXT TakeOver. NXT TakeOver. It's tonight. Tonight, as a matter of fact. And I have not decided, but I might stay up, which will take me into my birthday. My birthday is tomorrow. So if I stay up and watch it, I'll be watching it on my birthday, and I might just go live right after. I don't know. Maybe Joe Cronin is, and if he does, maybe I'll jump on with him. Who knows? We'll see what happens. You never know with Dead on Dave. We'll see where the night takes me. But, I mean, Unstoppable looks amazing. It looks like it's going to be a great card. NXT TakeOver Unstoppable tonight. Now, there are some question marks to this show. Let's go ahead and run through the card real quick. I like the Emma and Dana Brooke versus Bayley and Charlotte match. I think that should be a lot of fun to watch. It should be an interesting dynamic to see these four that are. What's cool about these four is they're all at different stages of their development. They really are. And that's kind of cool. You know, Charlotte is probably of the four the most finished product, and she doesn't have a lot of time left in NXT, one would have to assume. Dana Brooke is on the opposite end of that spectrum. I think she has the potential to be like a Beth Phoenix mixed in with maybe even using Charlotte herself as a good comparable. But more of a Beth Phoenix Angelina Love mix, I think, is more appropriate. But she's still very green. Then you have Emma and Bayley, which are smack in the middle, and you don't exactly know which one is further up on the food chain. Both very good wrestlers, and they're both kind of redefining who they are down at NXT. They're redefining their characters. They're fine-tuning things. And I think this match is going to show us which one is a little bit further along in their development. And that's really exciting as well. We also got Baron Corbin versus Rhino, which kind of came out of nowhere. I hope that there was video taken of this NXT tour. I don't know if that's going to end up being on TV or not. I don't think that those were recordings because everything will be shown after NXT TakeOver, so that wouldn't really make a lot of sense. Then again, stranger things have happened. But what they've done with this feud, at least with the tour, when they were in Philadelphia, they had Mr. Philadelphia, Mr. ECW, friggin' Tommy Dreamer come out and basically jobbed to Baron Corbin, which was kind of neat. And to give this Rhino Baron Corbin a feud a little bit more juice. I don't know how long that match is going to go. They had Baron Corbin just absolutely tear through Solomon Crow, it kind of looks like he's lost all the momentum that he had coming into the organization. People were really excited about Solomon Crow, and for him to be fed to Baron Corbin was kind of strange. But I think it just kind of shows where Baron Corbin is in their eyes. And he's a style over substance type of guy. He's a Roman Reigns. He's in that same mold. He might be a little bit better than Roman Reigns. I'm not exactly sure. It's going to be interesting to see where this goes. Rhino should give him a good test. I think they're similar in their destructiveness. Rhino has been doing great work within NXT, and I believe that this is kind of a reward to have him be on one of the hottest specials, the hottest pay-per-views that WWE holds is NXT shows. And it's kind of a cool thing to have Rhino on there. It's just it feels a little bit bigger because of it. We also have the Triple Threat number 1 contenders match, which is now going to be changed. Hideo Itami will not be able to compete. Finn Balor and Tyler Breeze will. So the question becomes, who steps in that spot? Now, this is an obvious situation for me to where the biggest question mark of the night could easily step in. Now, everybody's wondering one thing. Will Samoa Joe, A, definitely be signing with WWE, and 2, will he be making his debut at NXT? NXT TakeOver tonight. It's very possible that could happen. Now, Triple H made some remarks about Samoa Joe, which a lot of people looked at, and nobody's really buying because it just seems like he was trying to quench the fires, quelch the fires a little bit on all these rumor talks. And he did that a little bit. The one thing he said was NXT is a young man's game. It doesn't really make any sense for him to go. Well, Rhino's there. We've had other guys go down there, and I think it would be important for Samoa Joe to do a quick stint. I mean, hell, Kevin Owens is only 2 years younger than Samoa Joe, and just as decorated, if not more so, in the indies than Samoa Joe. And it's definitely a debate, at the very least. So to say that it's just a young man's game is obviously disingenuous and could be a nice try at misdirection. Most of the top guys that do dirt sheets and rumors for wrestling are saying that it's a done deal. Samoa Joe is definitely signed with the WWE and will be making a short stint in NXT, which could be tonight. Now, why this all kind of falls into place is because of the Hideo Itami injury. They're going to need somebody to step in to this match, and the question would be, who should it be? Well, it's kind of perfect for Samoa Joe to walk right into it, because if they want to keep Kevin Owens down in NXT, and even if they don't, he could easily work both for a small time being. Having a short Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe freaking program would be awesome. It would be incredible. But I don't see him winning the number 1 contenders match. But then again, I don't really. This is one of those weird things. I think Hideo Itami was probably the guy who was going to win the number 1 contenders match. But now that he's out, do you want to have Balor again? He's going to have the new war paint, which should be cool. But Tyler Breeze is an interesting candidate. So this is a great match that's going to be a lot of fun to look at. You also got the NXT Tag Team title match. Enzo Amore and Big Cass, bada boom, realest guys in the room, versus Blake and Murphy for the tag titles. That should be an awesome match, and this should be the crowning achievement for my boys Enzo and Cass, because I love those guys. And hopefully the last stop on their development to where they will be coming up to the main roster. I hope very soon, because they're ready. There's no point in keeping them down any longer, especially because Enzo is kind of older as well. We also got the NXT Women's title match, which has kind of flown under the radar a little bit. Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks, which could be the best Divas match that we've seen in years. And I mean, this match could potentially be better than Sasha Banks and Charlotte. Because if the one thing that was kind of missing from that match, at least for me, was a little bit of the psychology, because Charlotte was kind of a bad guy, in a lot of ways. Like, she didn't get good reactions from the crowd. I think that's a better way to kind of explain Charlotte. And this, Becky Lynch has really started to endear herself to the crowd, so there should be more of a split as far as where the crowd's loyalties lies, which does make for a better match. In the ring, I think these two have absolutely amazing chemistry, just as good as Charlotte and Sasha does, and they're both unbelievably good competitors. So it should be a great match. I'm very much looking forward to it, and it could absolutely steal the show. The most intriguing match on the card, though, obviously is the NXT title match, because there are so many questions. With Kevin Owens' debut, I guess we call it, on Monday Night Raw, where does this put the NXT title? Sami Zayn apparently has been cleared to wrestle now. The question is, will he actually wrestle? And if he has not been cleared, which the initial reports that he would be out for much longer than he's already been out for, is this where Samoa Joe comes in? Because that's a possibility too. I'm not sure if that's what they want to do, but that's a very good possibility. You have Samoa Joe take the title off Kevin Owens, but if you take the title off Kevin Owens, does it kind of take a little bit of juice away from Kevin Owens' debut and subsequently his match upcoming with John Cena, which we will talk about in just a few minutes? So there's just a lot of who's going to win. If Sami Zayn's in the match, does he regain his title? Which would be kind of cool, because Sami Zayn didn't really get a title run, to be honest. He got one match as champion, basically. Kevin Owens has been utterly dominant, but it looks like his time is closing in NXT. But you can they should look, having the fact that they had the NXT title on Raw tells me that they don't have a problem with him doing both. He could do both jobs. So that's a possibility too. Don't take that for granted. That could happen as well. So I'm very excited about tonight. I mean, I'm so excited I might just stay up for it, because, geez, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. I can't wait. If not, I will do a review the way I usually do reviews right here tomorrow. Watch it, and as I watch it, give you my reaction segment by segment. So you at least have that to look forward to if I don't go live after, which I'm not sure I will. It all depends. I'm going to talk to Cronin. I'm going to see what's going on. So we'll talk about that a little bit more later. And all the things that are going on, there's another thing that's coming up. WWE keeps giving and giving and giving. They pack so much into May to just make sure you have to buy June. Elimination Chamber is back, and while at first it looked like it was going to be just a small event like King of the Ring, now it is turning into a full-fledged pay-per-view. It is a full-fledged event with multiple matches, not just Elimination Chamber matches, because aside from 2 Elimination Chamber matches, we already have 3 other matches on the card. You have to figure there's going to be more. So really, you're getting 3 pay-per-views in the month of May for free. And you got to figure WWE is going to continue to give us specials like Elimination Chamber to continue to kind of juice up the network. And I think it's working. And the fact that all of this entire month it's been free, all of these pay-per-views that you're going to be able to see for that for free this month is followed by the return of Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast to WWE Network the following night, and maybe his most intriguing guest yet. Yes, even more intriguing than Vince McMahon, having Stone Cold Steve Austin interview Paul Heyman. That's must-see TV, as it doesn't get any more must-see than that. That's going to be awesome. I cannot wait to see what those two have to say. And that's worth $10 on its own. But that's not all, because there's still more going on. Next month is Money in the Bank. So they've done all of this stuff to push for next month. And what do they do to make next month seem like a must-buy. They give you the interview, and then they go ahead and Money in the Bank, which is becoming a bigger pay-per-view. It's probably a top 5 or 6 pay-per-view now. It's probably just outside of the main 4, maybe falling to 6. I'm not sure. It's somewhere around there, I think. And Money in the Bank is very important because it has such a bearing on the rest of the wrestling season, if you will. So all kinds of exciting things. But let's talk about Elimination Chamber real quick before we go ahead and get up out this piece. Like I said, right now there are 5 matches on the card. Very surprising. The newest match to be announced for it is a WWE Divas Championship. And this could be the most intriguing Divas battle for the title that we have seen in years. Nikki Bella, Naomi, and Paige all going for that title. This could be great. Not good, great. Look, unfortunately, Paige said, well, not unfortunately Paige said this, but unfortunately something is going to be cut from SmackDown this week. But Paige said something that I thought was great. I read about it, and it seems like a Paige thing to say, and I couldn't agree more with her. I've said it before, but Paige said at the SmackDown this week that, yeah, Naomi's great. She's the king or queen or whatever of botchamania, because Naomi is. She botches quite often. Even now, look, her wrestling is not cleaned up that much. She's still out of control most of the time, but it's fine. Her attitude and some of her more brawling tactics that she has implemented lately have more than kind of masked it. So that was kind of cool. I love Paige. I love when she says shit like that. It's great. This match should be awesome. And it should set up Naomi and Paige's rivalry going forward, and then any introduction of new divas from NXT as well. I still just have a feeling that Nikki is going away one way or another. But we've had that feeling for a long time, and yet she's still around. So who knows? That's a cool match. I'm really excited to see that. I think that, considering that this is just an out-of-nowhere extra pay-per-view, that's a lot of juice. I mean, really, we're looking at all titles except the United States Championship, which has not been announced, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be defended. All titles are going to be defended, it looks like, because we also have the first ever WWE Tag Team Championship Elimination Chamber match, where they're going to stuff 2 guys into each pod and give us a 6-team match. New Day versus Kid and Cesaro versus the Primetime Players versus the Ascension versus Los Matadores versus Lucha Dragons. Now, I would like to see Los Matadores get taken out of this match by the Wyatts, by Harper and Rowan, because god damn do they look good together. I'm so glad that team is back together. However, maybe they're not going to be in the match because of the fact that they're huge. They're not going to stuff those 2 huge guys in there, but at the same time, why not? I think that's who they need to take out, is Los Matadores, and put in the Wyatts. Put in Harper and Rowan. I think that would add a little bit extra to this match. Uncertainty, if nothing else. So that'd be a lot of fun. We also have another Elimination Chamber match. The Intercontinental Championship will be decided in the Elimination Chamber, the vacated title, I should say. Sheamus versus Ryback versus R-Truth, King Barrett, Rusev, and Dolph Ziggler. Now, this is kind of being thrown together in a lot of ways. R-Truth just being added for I have no idea why. Probably because Neville's knee is hurt. That's the way I'm looking at that. And there was really nobody else that they want to throw in. Ryback makes a lot of sense. I think Wyatt would have made more sense to put in R-Truth's spot, but you never know what the hell they're doing with Wyatt. Wyatt right now is actually closer to the main card than probably ever before, the main event scene, because he's battling with Ambrose, who looks like to be on the verge of a very long rivalry, hopefully, with Seth Rollins. So that'll continue with any luck. But who knows what they want to do with Wyatt. But R-Truth has been jammed into it. Ryback needed a place to go after losing to Wyatt, so why not go ahead and put him into the Intercontinental Championship match? He's not going to win it. Sheamus is the front runner. King Barrett is also high on the the list there. I personally want to see a King Barrett Sheamus rivalry at some point because I think they're so well matched. I want to see that feud for years. It could be gold. Rusev and Dolph Ziggler thrown in because now they are battling over a lady. I think there will be some kind of love triangle since Rusev does not seem to be happy about Dolph Ziggler kissing Lana. Now, let's talk about it. I talked about that angle a little bit earlier, but I just remembered something, how bad that angle was. The Dolph Ziggler kissing angle was so bad because they kept looking back at the ramp waiting for Rusev. That was so bizarre. Did anyone else notice how bizarre that was? It drove me nuts. I was like, what are they doing? So then they had to do a second kiss, and both kisses were kind of awkward now that I think about it. Now I'm starting to remember the segment a little bit more. That was kind of crazy. But I am excited about that match. 2 Elimination Chamber matches, different styles. Seeing the Intercontinental title defended in there, I think, is really cool. Gives these mid-card guys a chance to shine. And the tag match should absolutely blow the roof off the damn place. The most intriguing match on this card, obviously, is Kevin Owens and John Cena. Kevin Owens making an explosive debut. So entertaining. So badass to see him make this jump and to jump right into the water with John Cena. I'm assuming this will be for the United States title. You kind of figure that what would be the point if it wasn't. Kevin Owens did say he is a prize fighter. So you would have to figure it's going to happen. So that would make all 5 titles be defended, which would be really neat. But you can't say enough about this match. It's going to just, I mean, hell. Cena took a pop-up powerbomb like a champ. He's going to make Kevin Owens look strong. Hopefully, I think this is going to be the thing that we've been waiting to see out of Cena for the first time in a while, and that's to really put a younger guy over. We thought it was going to be Rusev, but it makes more sense for it to be Kevin Owens now. They kept John looking strong for this moment. We hope. I said the same thing about Rusev. I turned out to be wrong. I don't think I'm wrong this time. Oh, damn, I don't think I'm wrong this time. I think this is it. I think this is John Cena. Finally, we're going to see him do it. And look, that's not fair to John because John has done it in the past. He's put younger guys over in the past, even though people say he never does, but he does. And this should be one of those situations where we'll see him do it again. This one matters more than some of the others because it's Kevin Owens, and it should be very exciting. Finally, we have the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose. This is the feud that people want to see. Dean is the hottest thing in the company right now. Seth Rollins is starting to get his credibility back because he's starting to wrestle great matches. That 4-way was amazing. The whole pedigree angle is really cool. I like seeing what Seth Rollins is doing again. It's becoming more interesting. And maybe it shouldn't be a surprise that it's with the addition of Triple H and Stephanie back into the fold. They add a lot to that. But Dean Ambrose is such a compelling character because he kind of connects with everybody. And I wish he would stop that stupid thing he does off the ropes, to turn him inside out. And then I am tired of that. But he and Seth Rollins should absolutely put on a great show once again. And this time it'll be for the World Heavyweight Championship. So I'm very excited about that, which is on May 31st. So much going on this month, and the WWE is really starting to hit their stride. Look, everything may not be the greatest in the world as far as some of the wrestling, some of the matches. However, they are going for it. They are being aggressive. They're showing initiative. They're no longer just writing it in. It feels like they are driving something forward now for the first time in a long time. So this is the time to be watching WWE again. If you haven't been watching and you want to get back into the product, this really is the time. Holy shit. Holy God. I can't believe this. Breaking news. Oh my God. Breaking news. This is incredible. This is incredible. This is from WrestlingInc.com. Oh my God. This is insane. WWE Hall of Famer Tammy Sunny Sitch may have signed a deal to do porn with Vivid Adult Entertainment. TMZ Sports reports that Sunny is close to signing a monster porn contract worth big bucks. Vivid apparently told TMZ that the two sides have spoken several times and a six-figure offer is on the table for her. The deal would not be a one-time thing, as there would be more than one film for her. Vivid boss Steve Hirsch said, after the tremendous success of China, she oh God, ruined her life. This makes total sense. Hoping we can work it out. TMZ knows that the deal is very close to being signed, and Sunny is prepared to start filming right away. Okay, it's a big deal only because it's Sunny. She doesn't look like she did 15, 20 years ago, which would have been incredible to see her in porn then. However, come on. You're all going to watch it. I'm going to watch it. We're going to fucking love it. It's going to be amazing. Oh, God. I want to see Sunny do porn so bad. Even in her 40s, I don't mind it at all. Fuck it. Get that money, Sunny. Get that money, Sunny. Should be way better than China's because China... look, I'm not ashamed to admit that I watched a lot of China stuff. It was great. It was great. So are you out there excited that Sunny's going to do porn? I might do another video just on that. It's very exciting. So other than that, I think that's all I've got. I hope you guys are excited about all the stuff that's coming up for WWE. And look, there's a lot of stuff going on outside of it. I know I don't talk about it as much. I do with some things. But wrestling right now is at a high point. We are at a point where I think we're just on the cusp of a wrestling boom. We do need another organization to step up and start challenging WWE. I don't think that it's going to happen anytime soon unless there's a conglomeration of all of the other independents, like GFW and New Japan really becoming one, with maybe even TNA and Ring of Honor all becoming under one banner. That would be the one thing that could probably, because the money would be there and everything, the talent would be there to maybe make WWE sweat. But I don't think it's going to happen, but it could. But even without it, the talent, which is always the most important thing in wrestling, the talent is in a place that we have not seen level-wise in 15 years. Easy, 12 years, 12, maybe even a little bit less. But 2005, 2006, there was a lot of talent too. So 10 years, easily, we have not seen this much talent, and especially new talent. So I'm really excited about that. I hope you guys are too. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And it's good to be back, motherfuckers. Like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you next time right here on Dead on Dave Productions. And remember, kids, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. Peace.